Yeah, so generally roller coasters should have a complete track. I really feel like there shouldn't be any, cliffhangers, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, cliffhangers are good in stories, but if a roller coaster has a cliffhanger, I think we have many different issues.
There would be a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Speaking of issues, where do you think Gabe is?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Oh.
What? Oh.
Oh, hey. Sorry about that, guys. COVID zombies was running late. They're
dang.
annoying.
Oh, dang. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That
I
barricade
feel
should
your
hold.
pain, man.
That barricade should hold for about an hour.
Oh,
So
how
An hour?
convenient.
Oh,
Our
that's
podcast
perfect.
is, would you say, an hour?
Yeah, about an hour. So
that
works.
fits. That fits. All right.
Welcome to the experience, episode 2.
Yes. What is our? This is a midweek episode. We decided we're gonna, do things a bit of a quicker pace.
Just for this week. I don't know if we're gonna keep this going. We're just
Probably not.
We're just trying to keep the hype train moving, as I've described it, because
Capitalize off the sudden rush of interest by the looks of it.
Yeah, just like I would like to just take this first little bit of this to specifically thank everybody, because like your guys' response has literally been insane. I cannot thank you guys enough for the amount of positive response we've got. We literally have 77 views on the first episode, and that is completely insane. We have 11 downloads on Podbean.
Not to mention all the people who have checked it out on Spotify. I'm not sure about those numbers, but I do know there are quite a few.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would also like to thank the 2 listeners on SoundCloud.
Yo, we actually have people on SoundCloud?
What a surprise.
Yeah, SoundCloud's a little bit of a lesser so. It's more of the YouTube.
We don't care.
The YouTube, the Spotify, and the Podbean are kind of the main ones, I guess.
They're the big things.
The big boys, you know?
The big boys, exactly.
But just overall, thank you guys so much. So we're capitalizing. We're doing episode 2 on when we're releasing this Wednesday. So
yeah, you guys have no idea how taken away we were just looking at the numbers rise over the last,
day.
Yeah.
Like it's been out for a day, and this is how much.
Yes.
And this is how much of a positive response we've got. So we're just full blown.
We're recording this the day after that episode came out. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be Wednesday. So.
Yeah. And then we'll be releasing another one for Sunday, just to keep with the regular schedule.
Exactly. 3 episodes in 1 week, baby.
Oh yeah, dude.
Or I guess 2 in 1 week.
Oh, yeah,
because weeks.
Same thing. I mean, how does weeks work exactly?
It's Saturday to Sunday.
Okay.
Those goddamn Catholics, creating the calendar and all.
How dare they make a calendar?
How dare the calendar exist?
Exactly. We should just stick to days. Just count the days off in a tally mark. No years.
Yeah, we don't.
On a cave wall.
It's like
with some shock.
Day 1 million of planet Earth. Today, I am going to build a roller coaster with holes.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, we may have that future, a future with no calendars, an post-apocalyptic world with no calendars.
Well, there we go. That's our topic for this episode.
Boom.
The apocalypse.
The apocalypse. And how it's probably right around the corner. I'm just kidding. We're all fine.
The apocalypse. I mean, to be fair, the outside of our studio is just swarmed with zombies.
I mean, I feel like a zombie apocalypse would be interesting to endure for the first, couple days, but after that it would be like, you know what, this is just getting old already.
Yeah. They're kind of really boring, to be fair.
And
I mean, zombies are a tired trope.
I mean, literally, there are TV shows based off of this happening, and there are so many people out there that are like, yeah, this is definitely happening, and they're just like, no, it's not going to happen. And if it does happen, they'll be like, shows you what you know. Ha, we were right. And it's like, well, we can't let them be right.
Yeah,
So we gotta
exactly.
socially
We
distance.
can't let them. Yeah, socially distance, and right now it's not working too well.
Well, I mean, actually, if you've looked, if you watch the news, which I mean, you probably haven't.
I watch it all the time. So
I don't watch it that often, but I've watched a couple, and as well as Jeremy gives me some information because he's always keeping up with that because it affects him the most because he actually works.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
he's always on top of that. So he gives me little tidbits every time I go to play like League with him or something. He's like, so there's like Quebec has like 6,000 cases now or something. I'm like, wow, holy.
Wait, what?
no, it's 3,000 actually.
Oh, sorry, 6,000 in Canada.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
6,000 in just Quebec sounds like a lot.
I mean,
Yeah,
Quebec
it's
is literally the worst right now.
3,430.
I mean, Quebec is
3,430 reported cases in Quebec.
yeah, like that's a lot.
That is a lot.
I mean, we're just kind of vibing at 44 presumptive and 21 confirmed, so
I thought it was more
44.
than that.
No, it's 94 confirmed now, or 96.
huh. Okay, so we're
Those-
still below 100.
We're still below 100, but we're
100.
getting really close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think
it's just kind of numbers are jumping up.
yeah, I mean,
And to
that's
put in perspective how bad Quebec is right now, think about this. The runner-up is Ontario with only 1,600 and something.
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
oh.
Quebec or Ontario was ahead of Quebec, and then Quebec just flew past.
Hold
Like-
my poutine.
I don't know what happened in Quebec, but man,
I don't know what
it
they
went
do there.
it went downhill so fast.
It's just Quebec attacking the French.
I mean, they've been trying to separate from Canada for who knows how long now, so.
Exactly. So they just wanted to be best at something for once.
I am 99% sure that the zombies outside the studio right now are all Quebec people.
They're all French Canadians.
French Canadian.
They're all
Yeah.
French Canadians.
I'm certain.
From Quebec.
I'm certain. They kind of like do the zombie sounds in a French accent.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that was awful, but
Le
like.
brain.
The brain.
Dude.
Wait, one of them's got a croissant in his hand.
Does he?
He does. Look
I
at that
didn't-
one
I
back
didn't
there. He's got a croissant in his hand.
Oh yeah, he does. Huh.
Does that one have a poutine? Oh my god.
No, I don't think so. I think
Oh,
it's just
okay.
normal fries.
No, but that dude's got a maple syrup jug stuck in his head.
How do you even do that? Like, it's a blunt object.
How do you... Is that
Yeah,
how
I
he
don't know,
died?
man. It's magic at this point.
It
It's
really
like,
is.
I wonder if, like, you see these things and it's like, is that how you died? Like, did you die with a syrup jug stuck in your head? And
Like,
then
did
was
you
resurrected?
really
Sounds
just
impressive.
allow yourself to be killed that way? Really?
That's
Like,
probably the
come
most
on, man.
Canadian way to go.
Killed by a blunt syrup container.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
that is, wow, that is okay.
it sounds crazy.
It sounds
And it
crazy, but
is crazy.
it's right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
What do you-
I think it's best we just kind of ignore him for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we do have to fight, what do you think the best method of combat is? One-on-one
gun.
or like? I mean, yes. That's not what I mean though.
A shot-off shotgun with a big spray, so you can just take down multiple at once.
There you go. Perfect.
I'm
That's what I was
definitely a
looking
big
for.
shotgun guy. Get the
I feel like
boomstick and we're all
Aiden
good.
was trying to set this up to be an interesting conversation. I was just like, yeah,
And you shut
it's
it
this,
down
and
really
then
quick.
you really don't need much.
I'm just
I
like,
mean, really,
so what
this
do you
is
think
all
the
you
best
need.
combat method is? Like shotgun.
Shotgun.
Big old shotgun.
Big, meaty shotgun.
It's just a no-brainer.
It really is. I don't even know why.
But
I asked. That was so bad. That was so bad. That was so unbelievably bad.
I will kick you out if you make another pun like that.
I'll throw you out the window.
Into them.
Into them.
Hey,
Into them.
they can't infect me when you don't have a brain of your own. Got him.
Oh wait, he's actually big brain. Wait, hold on, Gabe, get rid of your
No,
brain
it's
real
no
quick.
brain. Don't you need like surgery for that? I don't think
mean,
just like taking your brain out is just a simple task.
no, what do you mean?
I mean, like, what am I gonna
Literally
do? Stick a bendy straw into my nostril and just slurp it out?
Yeah,
Oh dear God.
yeah, that's how you do it.
I mean, the ancient
It's a
Egyptians.
non-invasive surgery.
Actually, it is an invasive surgery, to be honest. The way to access your brain through your nose, the ancient Egyptians did it by you have to break your nose and then shove a metal hook up your nose and then pull out the brain.
Yeah.
It sounds
Egyptians
awful.
are
Egyptians were a weird boy.
Yeah,
Where?
but it worked.
I mean, it did.
It doesn't matter.
They somehow managed to get their little slime of the brain out through the nose. Like, how do you even figure that out?
I
Without
don't know.
modern
Just,
technologies and science.
I'm guessing they're like, hey, thoughts. I think about it upstairs. I'm not feeling thoughts coming from my foot. So let's just see what happens when I shove a hook up this dead guy's nose.
I don't feel thoughts coming out of my foot.
I don't feel thoughts.
I feel thoughts come out of my hand. I don't know what you guys are on. My hand is where my brain is.
Do you guys have thoughts?
I mean, we're having a conversation, so we must have to have thoughts. We must think in order to converse, you know? You feel me?
Yeah, I can feel you.
I don't know
it
if
makes
I follow.
sense. You don't know if you okay, hold on. Let me explain this. If you are talking, you are using your head, right? So you have to be thinking in order to talk because you have to do the brain and the nerve thingies to move the mouth to make the noise.
Are you
Did you
sure?
use your mouth to talk?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, it's not the head. It's the mouth.
Well, your mouth is attached to your face, which is on your head. I think
Actually, something interesting is that chickens don't need their brain to function. All they need is their brain stem.
I've seen what was his name? Mike the Headless Chicken.
Mike the Headless Chicken, who got his head chopped off, but then it wasn't like positioned very carefully, so he chopped off his head, but he could continue living because he had just the brain stem. He lived a long time, and the only reason why he died is that he choked on a corn kernel.
Wait, that's such an ironic way for a chicken to die.
How do you choke on something without a head?
Because I'm assuming he fell over to take a nap and then breathed in the corn kernel. It's just an assumption, but
I mean, I feel like you'd have to do a bit of research on that, but wow.
I really don't feel like I need much research for Mike the Headless Chicken.
Can you imagine the dude that chopped off the chicken's head and it was still just kind of walking around?
Yeah,
I'm assuming he thought it was quite normal for the first few minutes, because that's what chickens do. They still run around for a little bit and flop, and then eventually they just die. But
no, it's just this one's kind of
he just kind of keeps looking at his watch and then back at the chicken and back at his watch again.
He's
20 minutes later, he's like, I don't think this was right. Something
here ain't right, Chief. Something here ain't right, Chief.
Honey, the chicken's still alive.
How?
I decapitated it. But like it's still roaming around.
It's like
a zombie chicken.
Zombie chicken.
Get the sod off.
Imagine animals becoming zombified too. Like imagine that being a thing.
I think there's a parasite that like infects ants, and it like it pretty much like zombifies them.
It takes
But,
over
like,
their nervous system.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it just kind of takes them over, and then like they do their bidding, and they just die. Or so. Well,
That's-
there's a bunch of parasites like that, but I don't know. There was one I was thinking of, but I don't remember.
I don't know. I feel like most people try to stay away from parasites, so I think we're fine.
Unless it's a Korean movie that like won everything.
What? A Korean movie that won everything?
Yeah, Parasite.
Oh, wasn't? Wait, that was Korean?
Yeah.
That was Korean.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it
broke like
was.
300 world records and won like 18 million Oscars.
It was quite a bit.
It won a few. It won
Yeah.
a few thousand Tonys as well. I think it won a Juno too.
Juno
It did. It
is
won 3
music.
Grammys.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah, and you didn't mention anything about the Tonys, which is a musical.
Yeah, I think it won a couple hundred Tonys as well.
Existed actually.
Okay, honestly, I completely forgot that Parasite was a movie, and that completely caught me off guard when you said, "Ah, yeah, it won a few awards."
To
I
be
was
honest,
completely
I thought
taken
the
back.
audio just died there for a moment.
That
because
was the
everything went
longest
silent.
silence I've ever experienced. I just said that, and then no one said anything for what
Well,
felt
I mean,
like years.
I was thinking, and I was like, "Wait a minute, somebody ain't right, Chief." Oh man, that was.
I thought I accidentally said something really wrong because none of you guys said anything. I'm like, did I
No,
say
I just
something
took a couple
accidentally
moments to.
offensive?"
I just took a couple moments to think. I thought Liam was gonna fill in with something, just like pitch in some random context, and I was just like, "Okay, I guess it's up to me then." Yeah, I completely forgot that Parasite was a movie.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
I mean,
But,
I haven't seen it either.
And
I mean,
we're-
I'm not
not exactly
I'm not
enticed
exactly
to see it.
fluent in speaking Korean, so I'm not
I mean-
sure how that'll go.
I mean, it has
This-
subtitles.
I mean, yeah, sure, there's English subtitles, but I don't want to be reading the entire time I'm trying to watch a movie.
It's so popular, it's most likely a dub now.
Oh, there's probably a dub, but to be honest with you, that probably takes away from the movie itself.
It does. So really, the
Yeah.
best thing is just to learn Korean. And then watch
Obviously.
that is the best way to watch that movie, but
Just become fluent in Korean just to watch a movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm also not like a big subtitle. Like, I mean, subtitles is the way to appreciate the original voice acting of what or an acting of whatever language it was. But then you're always like looking at the subtitles and not actually watching it.
yeah,
and that's why fight
you end
scenes
up
are so good.
you end up missing things if you read subtitles too, because you're supposed to pick up on it sometimes in shows or movies. You're supposed to pick up these tiny little things in the scene, but if you're stuck reading subtitles, it's like
Yeah.
It's like you're just trying to watch the movie, but you can't understand a single thing what's going on. So you're reading the subtitles, and then and there's just like these little minute details, and the person,
And you miss all of them.
and like you have a friend who actually understands the language, and then so they're just like kind of freaking out over the movie, and you're just kind of sitting there like, I read most of it.
What's happening that I've missed?
It's like, oh, there was this really cool little Easter egg in the corner, and it was so cool because I was like a reference to this other movie.
Like through context clues that it's actually his mom that died. It's like,
Yeah, and it's
what?
just like, and you're just like, and you're just sitting there like, what, what,
What are you talking?
what are you talking
what?
about?
Are we watching the same movie?
It's like, were we in the same movie theater? Like, did
I mean-
this just happen? It's like,
I mean-
obviously not.
No, he's 4 parallel universes ahead of you.
Yeah, and you're just stuck reading subtitles.
Yeah.
What about that movie that was what was it called? Jojo?
Jojo Rabbit?
Jojo Rabbit, yeah.
Children.
I
We
haven't seen
actually,
that either.
when I was watching the Oscars, right? We accidentally had our described video on
Oh.
as Jojo Rabbit was that, and it was said something about Jojo Rabbit's carving something into the wall with a knife, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere it says Hitler eggs him on.
Yeah, the only thing I know about Jojo Rabbit is that Hitler is a big part of it.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny. Just out
Just
of nowhere, it's just like
out of
Hitler eggs him
context.
on.
imagine that completely out of context. Just
Yeah, I
Hitler
mean
eggs
that's
him
why you
on.
have to like
What?
actually watch the movie.
Exactly.
Because I mean, like, this is fairly out of context for me, and it's hilarious.
It
I
is.
cannot imagine how much better it will get if I were to actually watch it.
Yeah, I feel like
and it's
Jojo
just-
Rabbit might be a pretty funny movie.
Yeah, I've been thinking about probably watching that Parasite as well, but I haven't seen either yet, so you know.
I have yet to see any of those three movies that got nominated for the Best Picture across next to all the Oscars. I have yet to see Jojo Rabbit. I have yet to see 1917. I have yet to see Parasite.
1917 was amazing.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it's so good, and I wanted to see it. And apparently, my dad was going to go take me to see it in theaters or something, but then coronavirus hit.
I saw it in theaters at the end of January, and when I went there were 3 other people in the theater, and they were all over the age of 70.
That shows you what the target audience was.
They're just trying to relive their experience.
Relive the glory days.
Relive the glory days. Honestly, that's kind of sad.
That is horrifically bad.
That is
But-
kind of upsetting. Not
that
gonna lie.
wasn't poor taste.
Apologies.
But you
we
don't
all
know good
appreciate
taste
the war
without a little bit
veterans.
of poor taste.
We have good taste.
What
We
is
have good taste?
What is good taste?
We have taste.
What is taste? I don't have this
What-
sense. I don't have a tongue. Lol.
Lol.
Taste.
Taste the rainbow.
Taste the paste.
What?
Oh.
What?
I thought you said paste.
I said taste the rainbow.
No, I thought Liam said paste.
I don't know. I really don't.
How do you not know what you said?
I'm not good with this, okay? I say
Clearly.
things and I don't think about it.
Obviously.
It's a bit of
Yeah.
a problem, but
Yeah. Maybe we should just like get it checked.
it is
Has-
it does help with comedic purposes.
I mean, I guess so.
You mean the entire point of this podcast is that we just talk about the most stupid stuff for an hour and then hope people
And you-
like it? And they
yeah, and you
do.
don't think about
And
it.
the plot twist is that people actually like it.
The plot twist is that a bunch of people actually liked it.
It was yeah. It's
Oh.
still I can't believe how much that caught me off guard.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were literally all
What,
sitting
Hitler
in the
egging on Jojo Rabbit?
Yeah. that was me.
Dude,
I mean, that was me.
that was the ultimate twist.
ultimate plot
ultimate-
twist.
Ultimate cliffhanger was that Hitler was actually alive the entire time.
Yeah, he's not dead. He's still not.
He's still alive.
Hitler actually played Hitler.
He played himself. He accepted the Oscar he made his own speech.
he was there.
Oh.
And even if
was
he
there.
didn't actually accept it with his speech and everything, he was just chilling in the corner as like Hitler eggs him on, giving the dude on stage the thumbs up before disappearing.
Yeah, he's got
Disappearing
like
for the
those
rest of eternity.
those number 1 finger things that you put in your hand in games. He's just kind of waving it around.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Because the Oscars is such a formal event. Can you just imagine some dude showing up, or one of the actors showing up with like a beer hat and then the foam finger?
Yeah.
I want that to happen now. I want to see
Uh,
that. I would actually watch the Oscars for that.
Dude, if in the future, if I ever get invited to the Oscars for whatever reason, you better believe I will make it my goal to show up in a giraffe onesie. On a skateboard. I will kickflip on my way to the acceptance speech.
Oh my god.
literally skateboarding down the red carpet. Does a
Yeah.
kickflip in a giraffe onesie.
That
I
would
will
be
do
awesome.
it. If it ever happens, I'm gonna do it.
I mean,
make
it could happen.
records.
We could get famous from this. And wait, is there awards for podcasts, or is that a thing, or no?
I think that I'm pretty sure there is, but it's not probably not a big following. I'll do a little
Yeah.
research right now.
Yeah, there's the Oscars for the movies, there's the Tonys for musicals, and there's the Humphreys for podcasts.
The Humphreys? That name. It's like the Oscars, the Tonys, the Humphreys.
The Junos, the Humphreys.
It's actually People's Choice Award.
Oh, it's a People's
Oh,
Choice
is it?
Award.
Oh, People's Choice Awards for okay.
Okay.
If we get a People's Choice Award for whatever reason for this podcast, we're all showing up in animal onesies.
Yeah, because
matching.
the People's Choice Awards is actually better known as the Podcast Awards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. That's actually kind of cool.
It's like we got ourselves a goal.
We try to get ourselves a People's Choice Award.
And literally ruin the
Guaranteed
experience.
never gonna happen, but
Well, we
Hey,
don't. Well, we
can
don't know that.
dream.
can you just imagine ARC type of content winning the
Winning a
best
People's
podcast?
Choice.
It's like,
Can you imagine a podcast of this caliber with this kind of content winning a People's Choice Award?
literally. I cannot, but I wish.
I really
I,
wish.
s-
I
I
hope.
wholeheartedly wish that we
Bypasses
can.
all of the actual, podcasts that are trying to spread the word of the goodwill of the Lord or something, and we just the ones that have people
The
have
ones that
got
are
the
helping
Nobel
people with advice.
the Nobel Peace Prize and all that.
Yeah, and then
Then we just step in there and we win.
and we're all wearing matching giraffe onesies, all on skateboards,
we just
and we just kind of go up and we always say is thanks, and then we leave. Just a one-word acceptance speech.
Like the really, really art. Like you stand up to the mic and you're just sweating buckets and you just kind of lick your lips, lean in, say thanks, and then walk away.
No. We all walk up to it, really monotone. We're all like all the sweating buckets and everything. We're just like really monotone. We all lean into the mic and say, "Thank you."
No. Even better, we don't even say anything. We just kind of like awkwardly nod and then leave.
No, we all lean in, then nod,
Just breathe
then leave.
into
And then, yeah, breathe, just give a nod, and then just kick flip
Go
off.
up and it's like, and then nod.
And we make like dead eye contact with whoever, just a random person.
We
in the
look
audience.
directly into the camera. We look
Each of us
at
into
the
a different camera.
and like what would be even better is that we show up, we act all normal and everything. We ask, hey, casually ask the producers and everything, like, yo, where are the cameras gonna be? Right? Make some
Yeah.
idle chit chat, and then when we get up stage, we're the most awkward bunch of morons in existence.
No, when we ask like where the cameras are, we all have to be dressed all formal and stuff. And then when we get on stage, we change into our onesies and then we walk on.
On stage we change. No, on stage we take off our tuxes, and then underneath
tusks.
reveals the giraffe onesies.
And no wonder
it's
we're
all-
sweating buckets. We got a hot ass onesie under our tuxedos.
And it's all like a tearaway. It's like we got tearaway pants.
Tearaway
Yeah, we just
tux.
rip it all off in unison.
We all just look at each other,
Leave it on
nod, tear it
stage.
all off, and then do the mic thing.
Dude, the day that happens, is the day that world peace gets achieved globally.
Oh yes, we will accept the
Oh.
Nobel Peace Prize because we spread peace amongst the entire world.
we spread peace because we make everyone laugh too hard.
Exactly. If
They just-
everyone's laughing, they don't have the time to kill each other.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
I
sorry,
mean,
ISIS beheading? No, man, we just like we gotta accept our Humphrey awards, dude.
it's like we need to go to the United Nations. We have a United Nations meeting. Sorry, I gotta accept my Humphrey Award. What? Yeah, my Humphrey Award. Don't you know? What's a Humphrey Award? It's a award for podcasts. It's like you won the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, but I want my Humphrey Award.
This is after our 10-step plan to become the ruler of the world. We make the Humphrey Award a
We
real
make
thing.
the Humphrey Award.
That's step 11.
Step 11 of the 10th step. Let's make the Humphreys.
Oh my god.
And then we win it every year.
We win it every year
Without
because
fail, it's completely rigged.
it's like all votes were cast. There were only 3, but that's not part that no one needs to know. It's like shush.
Votes cast.
It didn't happen. And the
No,
award
just like
goes to
you're absolutely blatant about it being rigged. You step on stage and it's like, we counted your votes and we didn't take them into account.
we counted your votes and we don't care. Now, the awards for the comedic podcast goes to
Us.
the
Again.
Experience podcast for the 20th year in a row.
We're shattering our own world records over and over and over. We're the only 20-year consecutive winning podcast.
We're the only podcast to ever win. That's another record.
Oh, dude, we're gonna be like 80 years old and we're still gonna be accepting those awards in giraffe onesies. Still doing kickflips.
Just 70 years from now, still doing kickflips and giraffe onesies. This is how you accept an award. I'm literally crying.
This is
That's the award show of the apocalypse.
Yeah,
That's the entertainment people come out. Like the whole world
Yeah.
will be completely destroyed. And there's just gonna be us accepting our podcast award for the 50th year in a row.
the Humphreys.
Our skateboarding skills have only gotten better.
At 80 years old, do you think we're bad at this? Nah, we're still gods.
No, we're doing full 900s onto the stage. Doing
oh
our
dear
acceptance
god.
speeches.
We're doing like literally back-breaking stuff, and we're fine because we are gods. And in this post-apocalyptic world, it does not matter. We can do literally whatever we want.
Reality can be whatever we want.
Literally. Oh yeah, by the
Oh.
way, the Oscars don't exist anymore. No other award show exists. We've destroyed any
It's
evidence of
just
them
the
existing.
Humphrey Awards.
It's just the Humphreys. And we win
Anyone
every
who was
year.
born into this apocalypse, there's no history books. They won't even have evidence that anything else existed before it. It's just the experience.
It's just the Experience podcast and the Humphreys. Like
That's
that's
the only form of entertainment in the world.
Is the
All
experience podcast.
TV programs, sports, literally everything doesn't exist anymore. If you want entertainment, you see the Experience podcast.
It's the only entertainment available. The only one.
and we have like literally thousands upon thousands of episodes at this point. So
Oh, yeah, by
like,
the time
they're
we're 80,
literally
dude,
all
yeah.
just reruns. They're literally all reruns. We don't make any.
We don't even. Yeah, we
don't
don't
need
even.
to.
We stopped making new episodes like 10 years ago because we have so many new. We have like 20,000 episodes.
We literally have 50 years of content.
Yeah. Especially in the apocalypse, we're just like cranking episodes out like every day, and then there's just like so many of them, and they all have the exact same awful quality.
we never improve the sound quality.
It's all like this is it's all still 2020 sound quality.
The
But we're, like-
sound quality only gets worse because there's nothing to like improve. There's no better mics. It's just the same mics,
No.
but they only like degrade
just
in quality over 50
deteriorating.
years. They're like they just kind of into dust.
It's like 2070 and we still have the same. I still have my same headset.
Yeah.
You know that sound will be crystal clear, like a Bluetooth stereo that's broken and underwater.
Yeah, like that.
only
That
one
kind of
speaker
crystal
working.
clear.
Yes. Clear as mud.
Clear as mud. Clear as
Oh,
mud, as
yeah.
fast as molasses, you know?
Exactly. We have like the entire internet is only the experience.
Can you
The
imagine once we
news.
if we started ever doing reruns like 50 years into the future, and then we start with our very first podcast, and people are like, "Oh, did someone else take over?" It's just like, nah, that's just us.
Nah, this
That's
is just
50 years
us
ago.
in the beginning.
This is just us 50 years ago, and it's still the greatest thing to ever exist. And you better accept that fact because, well, we win every year, so ha.
Exactly. I mean,
We're
we are
obviously
the only one who can win because
so
we're the
we're
only
obviously
podcast.
the best.
Exactly. No
Like-
one else can take this crown from us.
No, like we literally have a trophy room for the amount of awards, and we don't have enough space because we've won like 30 years in a row.
Dude, we're so rich that we have our own like strike team that just goes out and swats anyone who tries to start their own podcast.
You just imagine they haven't even like released their first video. They're setting up their mics, and the SWAT team breaks down their door.
Boom, boom, boom. FBI, open up! It's like the Experience Podcast Strike Team.
The experienced strike team.
Feel the experience.
Either you join the experience or you die.
There's no in between.
You either join
There's
the
no-
experience or you face the experience.
It's like a new Fallout game.
The Experience Fallout. Fallout the
Fallout the
Experience.
experience. Oh,
Oh man,
dude. That's incredible.
I can't stop laughing.
It's such a funny thing to think. And then there's gonna be, of course, the one person who's like, it's the rebel, and they like try to lead a team against us that try to stop us from wherever.
Bro, this sounds
it's
like
gonna be
Star
like-
Wars now.
Exactly. We're the empire. We
We're
become
the
the empire in 50 years. When the entire world is up in flames, nothing is left except us.
The Experience
there's just-
Podcast.
The experience.
Wearing our
podcast.
giraffe onesies.
We're
We
sitting.
never take them off. We never shower. We keep them on. We sleep. They haven't been taken off us in like 50 years.
And then when we finally die and they need to rest us, they have to peel it off with a knife. Like
Oh.
they're skinning a deer.
We don't even have skin anymore. We've just evolved so that we don't need skin because we always have the giraffe onesie on. So it becomes our skin.
Oh,
We-
dear God.
We exist as the giraffe. We've like become a giraffe.
We've
We're just-
molded into it. We've just become some eldritch monstrosity.
We're just sitting on our.
We
we're
become
just-
so powerful that even if we don't ever discover life, we still broadcast it across multiple galaxies.
Like we somehow managed to improve our technology enough that our podcast we have a radio station broadcasting it, and it can be heard throughout the entire universe.
still
Horrible
even
mic
alien
quality
life.
still,
Horrible
but we have the
mic quality.
technology to send it across the entire universe.
Dude,
Just like-
aliens will listen to our podcast in full glory.
They'll listen to our podcast and wonder how they received this signal, but the quality still sucks.
It's like the further out it gets, the worse
The worse
the
it is.
worse the sound
So
quality.
then in like the outer reaches of the
doesn't get
universe,
better.
it's just like, yeah.
Like out in like beyond the Milky Way, it's just like yeah.
It's just noise.
This must be the
ha,
language of the
ha.
gods.
It is.
And then-
We're the godlike
and then
figures of the-
when we're
of the
here,
future.
It's literally like this sound quality as is. It's like it doesn't really get much better. It's just
It
distinguishable.
never gets better. Yeah.
It's just distinguishable. Like you can understand it, but out beyond the Milky Way, you just can't. It's just not possible. Just
I'm not-
alien
I don't know
races.
about you guys, but I'm looking forward to this future.
I.
I'm looking forward to it too, my guy.
Man, I
where
mean,
we
those
rule.
IKEA hot dogs certainly have something in them.
Yeah,
They got to see
they've
in the
elevated
future.
our plane of existence.
They've elevated our thinking brains.
We've become too powerful.
We are too
Without the
powerful.
brain power we needed to make choices of what we eat, we have been able to ascend past human comprehension.
We've been eating nothing but IKEA hot dogs for the past 50 years.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh.
We've just
Oh.
been eating 75-cent hot dogs. We just
For our
when
entire
we buy
lives.
IKEA, we just take the guy that makes them and put him in like
And we
our
just have him
castle
working
or something.
24/7.
No, it's like our IKEA becomes our castle where we live, and we just keep the guy there.
no, not even that. We buy up all of the IKEA hot dogs that they had on site, and we just take them home. We steam them in the shower and eat it.
Oh,
them.
steam. And we also
you guys
stole
never
all their
wanted a
furniture.
steamed wiener?
Steamed wieners.
We also
That
stole
sounds
all
delicious.
the furniture, and we've made a throne in our house out of just beds, chairs, and couches.
We made our entire house out of IKEA furniture.
Just stale
The entire
buns.
foundation.
That's what the structural integrity is.
And the sauce of the Swedish meatballs is like the glue that holds it all together.
Oh my God.
It's a bond that's stronger than resin.
Buns. Stronger than diamond. Oh.
And
Diamond's
that's how-
actually not strong, it's hard.
Okay, well, what's the strongest? Is it titanium?
Titanium is light and very, very strong, yes.
Okay, so it's stronger than titanium. Diamond
Dude.
encrusted titanium.
Diamond encrusted.
No, wait, sorry.
You do know that resin is the strongest adhesive known to mankind, right?
No, it's IKEA. It's IKEA gravy.
Swedish
So that's what
meatball
I was
gravy.
meaning. Like
Yeah.
I thought
Stronger
you
than
guys
resin.
didn't understand
No, I did, but
Yeah, it's the strongest adhesive known to man.
until they decided to mix IKEA hot dog buns with their meatball sauce.
they mixed the wiener water with the Swedish meatball sauce.
There
And
is
that's how
no
they
wiener
created it.
water. Remember, we steam them.
Oh right. Yeah, we're the ones
I
that
forgot.
created this.
We steam them in the shower.
Yeah,
Can
we're
you
the
just
ones that
imagine
created this.
You're taking a shower, just cleaning yourself off, and you look over to the steaming rack for the hot dogs. Just
You're just like, I'm kind of hungry. I wonder if these are done. Take a bite.
In the middle of the shower, you're just like fuck naked in there. Remember, we're in the middle of the apocalypse, and it's just like, oh, I could really use a steamed wiener right now. You just turn around and just grab one off the steam rack and just kind
and
of
then there's
munch
just a
on it.
soggy. No, there's a soggy bag of buns by your feet.
It's just soaked in the water, and you just kind of plop it in there.
You're just like, oh man, my buns got wet again.
Oh well. Waste not, what not. I always say.
Oh. That sounds
Nothing
like
goes better
perfect.
with a steamed wiener than a soggy bun.
Oh my god.
So in the future, in our version of the apocalypse, the experience is the only entertainment known to man.
And the
And the
only,
only food
form of
is
nutrition
steamed-
is steamed wieners.
In soggy hot dog buns created in the shower.
This honestly sounds worse than the zombies inside.
This is probably the worst and best timeline imaginable.
I would take the zombie apocalypse over eating the soggy wieners every day for 3 meals a day. Can you just imagine waking up for breakfast and you're just greeted with a soggy hot dog?
Just like just like
Every
there's a
single day.
plate on a table, someone walks up, just slaps the hot dog on it. It's just like enjoy.
And
Like,
it makes such a wet slap, like a
it makes the wet slap and it pools water in the plate.
Like
like cereal.
Oh,
that's so gross.
Oh.
And the best part about having steamed wieners and soggy hot dogs is that it leaves you a beverage for later.
Oh man! Oh, if you freeze it, you could get a nice popsicle too.
Imagine
Nice frozen
wiener
delight.
water popsicle.
It's a hot commodity.
Jeez.
It's our most sold item.
It's the
And then-
only item.
It's the only.
And just the way vegans are doing it, they take the soggy hot dogs and then try to make different food out of it, but only with the soggy hot dogs.
Oh.
No, wait, that's not allowed. Only soggy hot dogs are allowed to exist. Nothing else.
They eat it is made of soggy hot dogs. They just attempt to make something out of it. Just like, hey, what's for dinner? Well, I'm attempting to make a burger out of these soggy hot dogs, but
It's not going too well.
No, but you say that, and then the experience strike force comes in and knocks down your door and says, "You better not be changing that."
You better not be changing the formula.
So you slap the soggy wiener, like the steamed wiener, and the soggy water-sodden hot dog buns on the grill, and then hope for the best. But then the experienced
Strike
SWAT comes
team.
in and then pours water on your grill.
It just says
You have
no.
to eat these things soggy.
You cannot have it drier. You will be executed.
and like their main weapon is the soggy wieners.
All forms of fire and heat are eliminated. The only way you can heat your house is through steam.
We go back to the steampunk era, except literally nothing else except steam.
Our apocalyptic future is just steampunk. It just revitalized steampunk, and the
It's not even
only food.
steampunk, it's just Russian baths.
Society has come to soggy hot dogs and bathhouses.
and
They
there's
just got
like
the
speakers
soggy
installed
steamed
everywhere.
wiener rack in the saunas. Too.
The only weapons that you can use against all of the undead outside is just a big wiener sledgehammer.
Oh,
Wait, imagine like soggy wiener cannons.
It's like rail guns. It just shoots at such a high velocity. It just impales everything.
Oh my god.
I'm just trying to imagine that. Just like
soggy hot dog flying at the speed of sound.
It just breaks the sound barrier.
Should you just imagine just that hitting your face? Getting slapped with a wet hot dog.
They got full auto wiener rail guns.
They got it strapped in a big belt, just waiting.
That's what our strike team uses to kill anyone who attempts to start their own podcast.
Break down their door and slap them with a wet hot dog.
And
I can't breathe.
And then you have to buy your wieners soggy as well, so when you finally get around to eating them, you've had them like soaking in water for a week. You buy them at Soggy Wieners R Us.
they're like in back the tanks.
Aquariums. Your soggy wieners floating in there.
Yeah, 'cause there's no fish left in this world. There's just wieners floating around in the aquarium tank, and you gotta like how to fish for them.
Oh, oh,
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so bad.
So awful. It sounds. Oh. Wait, imagine them making it smaller for like miniguns.
Or like sidearms, like pistols. Like a miniaturized wieners.
Yo, speaking of those soggy wieners, I think your barricade's about to come down.
Is it?
Arm ourselves.
Oh, shit. Wait, Aiden. There's an emergency hatch in the exit hatch up in that corner there. You're gonna have to help me. Liam, take the shotgun. We're gonna have to end the episode off here.
Yeah, alright.
Alright.
Sorry guys, we gotta go. We gotta go. Like, we
Yeah.
gotta go like right now. We're sorry.
Alright, Liam. Okay, help me pull on this. Alright. Alright. It's open. Come on here.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Gotcha.
Get
No.
here.